got it. I got a good one. And this is my sorry for 2004.
You gotta turn your head.
What?
You gotta turn your head like it.
Oh shit, yeah, it started with it. And I don't wanna mess up no more. Is that how it goes? This year.
Yeah. Fucking Ruben stuttered.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast from my house, quarantine style. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades. You know what? It's been a week.
It's been a week.
A lot of things have been going on.
Yeah. Before we get into anything, I want to make this clear.
Yeah.
I have not coughed this entire week. So if I start coughing now, something in your house is the problem. Just want to let that be known. And he coughed right before he started recording.
I sure did. But here's what you should know. I'm a very phlegmy person.
That wasn't a phlegm cough. It was dry.
No, it sounded dry, but I was trying to get something out. That's what it was. It's funny because, you know, I've always been a really phlegmy person. Mm-hmm. Like my dad would always tell me how disgusting it was. Yeah. But he's a coughing ass dude as well. Yeah. I think it's something in my diet that is making me phlegmy. Yeah. But I don't know what it is.
A lot of shit. And that's what Dr. Sebi said is wrong with us. All the things we eat and consume that create mucus. Oh. The mucus is the problem. That's what he said.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like it's some shit we shouldn't be eating.
Yeah. Milk definitely make me mucusy.
Milk makes everybody phlegmy, I think. Well, yeah. Even when I remember being in junior high, going on auditions for stuff, and the girl that was the daughter of the music teacher, who ended up being my first girlfriend, Karen Davis. Shout out to Karen Davis. She was like, oh, auditions are today. Don't drink milk or orange juice. It'll get you phlegmy. I was like, I will take that with me forever. Yeah.
Orange juice don't do that to me.
Okay, maybe are you a pulp person or not pulp person?
Both.
I can get down on both. I like some pulp.
Yeah. I don't think I ever felt phlegmy after some more. I felt silky spit after some orange juice.
Silky spit?
Is that phlegm? I don't know. Silky spit is the spit that you can spit and it hang and you can suck it back in if you want to. Oh. It's just it's a different texture of spit. It's like connected.
I got you. Yeah. Almost like that spit, like when you about to puke and your jowls get jowly. Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. I vividly remember being in like, I don't know, 3rd, 2nd grade, a youngin', and these upper graders came up to me and they were like, we're doing some, we made some cookie dough in class today. You want to try some? Like, it's for whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, sure. And they handed it to me and this kid named Daniel Lang. Daniel Lang took it, he went, licked it, threw it down, right? I put it in my mouth and the shit just slid right into my throat immediately. I was like,
Was it poop?
It was salty. It wasn't poop. It was dough. It was some type of. It was like
Play-Doh.
It wasn't Play-Doh because it was white-ish. But whatever it was, I swallowed it. Didn't feel right immediately. Was walking around, felt all jowly. Felt the spit coming into my cheeks. And I went up to Mrs. Smith in the playground. And I was like, Mrs. Smith, I don't feel good. We had sloppy joes for lunch that day in the cafeteria. Immediately puked everywhere, right? So then I went home, told my dad what happened, and then I showed my dad the upper graders that did it. He was like, you poisoned my son? You poisoned my son? Do that again, I'll tell the principal.
Fuck yeah. They fed you silly putty.
Probably.
Slime that they made.
Almost dropped my drink.
With glue and baking soda.
Ugh. I'm drinking, speaking of crazy concoctions, I'm drinking Incredible Hulk right now. If you guys don't know what Incredible Hulk is, it's a
comic book character.
It's a comic book character, and it's a drink that rappers rapped about in the early 2000s. Back when I was in high school, so everything that they was rapping about, I really wanted. You know what I'm saying? I was painting my Air Forces. I really wanted a grill really bad.
That's funny.
And I wanted to drink some Incredible Hulk. And now I've worked this hard to get to this point where I can casually make an Incredible Hulk if I want to.
With a fur on, some diamonds in your ear.
Fake fur, fake diamonds. Oh, you know a story I haven't told on the podcast?
What?
Chinchilla.
Oh.
Alright, so speaking of fake fur, one time we were, back when we used to hit the clubs on occasion, right? I don't know, probably like 19, 20-ish when we'd go to the clubs and shit. Before we were even 21, we used to go to the club a lot. And I remember being in line for, it was either a club or, that wasn't Ryan Leslie concert, was it? Nah, this is way before that. And this dude, it was a black dude and a white dude in front of him. The black dude like was talking to somebody, turned around, was like, because the dude in front of him had this like faux fur like hoodie on, right? And the guy was like, what the fuck is this shit? Just rat fur? You bring rat fur to the club? What's this, chinchilla?
Embarrassing.
Oh.
I cut you off when you were saying a lot of stuff happened this week.
A lot of stuff did happen this week.
Yeah, I didn't want to step on your segue.
No, it's all good. I was just talking about stuff.
Okay.
One thing that happened this week I wanted to tell you about. This morning I was sleeping in bed, right? Dreaming, in the middle of a dream, a great dream. And I hear Chia scream, "Yay!" I was like, what's that noise? I was like, I don't hear anything. Just the door. I was like, what? I get out of bed. I don't know what the fuck's going on. She's shitting, but she hears a noise in the front door. And then finally I hear it. It's like a tink. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, because I know as soon as she hears anything, she looks at the app and she's looking at it, but she's for whatever reason, she can't see shit. She don't know what's going on. It's like the door. I hear tink. Again, what the fuck is that? So I'm like, I'm in my drawers, right? And I'm like, I'm just opening this shit. I don't know what it is. I'm just opening it. So I was ready to be like, what's up? Right? So I had that ready to go. Open it, immediately 2 birds fly off.
Oh God.
I think it was 2 birds fucking in front of our door and just like clinking into the door.
Horny ass birds. Lovebirds.
Lovebirds. So yeah, a lot of things happened this week. Tekashi69 is back.
Tekashi6 motherfucking 9.
King Batch was getting bashed. King Bash.
King Bash.
King Batch was getting bashed on Twitter, dragged as they say.
For seemingly no reason.
For no reason.
I don't was there a purpose?
That's the thing about this quarantine shit, man. People are so bored, I feel.
They're just looking for somebody to talk shit about.
Just looking for someone to cancel for, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not even, I was gonna say like, because remember Tyra Banks was she was trending for a while.
Yeah.
For old shit.
She did some fucked up shit on that show.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was definitely, problematic, as they say. The key word of the decade.
Man.
But it's like, bro, this shit's so old. Like, what is the point of bringing this up 10 years later?
Yeah, they just feel like it. That shit's so weird. But yeah, I still don't know what the bad shit was. I know they were like saying like, no, he's not funny. He's never been funny. So it just sounded like some hater shit.
Hater shit.
Like,
I mean,
I don't think this guy's funny. Why is he so famous? Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
I mean, woke Twitter has always been brought up like old Vines where it was very like stereotypical low hanging fruit jokes. But a lot of people were doing low hanging fruit shit.
That's what that shit was.
Yeah. I mean, even I look back on some of my YouTube videos, I'm like, there was one video, I was like, you know what? This ain't funny no more.
Yeah.
Private it,
And what bugs me about that type of shit is nobody takes things into consideration. Like that whole crew, that Vine crew, they was making so much content daily.
Yeah.
You're not going to be cranking out 8 fucking top tier ass 6-second skits. It's quick. Give me a joke.
Yeah.
Quick. Like, I don't get how they don't get that. And then as for the now shit, it's like, one, he's done so much.
I know.
How do you expect it to just always be here? And then 2, it ain't for you.
Yeah.
Like, clearly, if he found his audience and he does what he knows they're gonna fucking like, how you mad at that?
That was shit. I mean, Vine was especially early Vine it was for the kids. You know, it was a bunch of young ass kids on there. And that's the thing about it too, I have to realize when I think about some low hanging fruit ass jokes, like, yeah, we've been around, right? So we're like, oh, this shit is played out. This stereotype is played out. This isn't funny. But these kids are like, what?
Yeah.
Black people like chicken?
Yeah.
What?
They love that shit because they just don't know. And it's like, and then on the other side of it, we've definitely tried to push our boundaries, well, not even boundaries, just try for the better joke, and then motherfuckers don't get it.
I know.
It's just over
I know.
the head
Oh man, and that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, yeah, I've done my share of like Asian food jokes and like chicken jokes back in the day. But I to my credit, I feel like whenever I did do the black people chicken joke, I was trying to like there was that one skit where I did the Aladdin thing, and you're on a date and then I swoop down and grab your chicken from you, and I'm like, what a hilariously racist coincidence.
You point out something.
Yeah. Well, whatever the fuck it was. I'm pointing it out, you know. But
still whack.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, like I look back now, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. But that's looking back. Like, it's looking back. I don't get why they wanted to go and look back on his shit. And why they didn't look back right. He got some bangers. And don't fucking start me on his old YouTube content. He had heat on there. He put in so much fucking work.
Yes.
Hiring actors, sets, all type of shit before he was even had it like that.
Look, my first time I did anything with Batch, it was me, Deshaun Raw. Who else was there?
Jay Snow. I think there was other people, but they were just kind of filler.
Yeah, so I had never heard of Batch. Rick was there. I didn't know who Batch was. You didn't know who Batch was.
No.
But we got there, and he was funny, right? Yeah. And then I came back, and then, like, I want to say like a month later, I was looking at his shit, and he had these skits that had no views, but sets were on point. He had a whole fucking bus and like crazy sets. He hit me up for one skit one time with a bunch of people in it. It was a whole ass warehouse he had. I'm like, first of all, how is he affording this shit?
Who are you, nigga?
Who are you, bro? I had a whole theory that he was like the son of a Jamaican prince or some shit, because he's originally Jamaican by way of Toronto.
That was the rumor going around.
But I think it's partly true. His parents are like ambassadors in Jamaica, some shit like that. I don't know. But here's the thing about Batch, right? And what I tell people all the time is that I'm not the funniest person.
Yeah.
But I'm consistent, and I put in the work, and I'm easy to work with. Okay.
And you just have likability. People don't take into account likability. It goes a long way.
And that's the thing about it is Batch has always, not only is he likable, super likable, but he also puts in mad work. Yeah. And he is super consistent in that when Vine first started off, I remember thinking like, what is this shit, right? Batch was cranking out like 3 to 5 Vines a day. Yeah. And then I remember thinking like, why is he wasting all this time on these Vines when he has good concepts? Why doesn't he just make a YouTube video and make some money? You know what I'm saying? And then obviously that shit paid off. A vision that I could not see. Yeah. And just to be on Batch's dick a little more. But I'm actually also defending a friend who I also like just respect. Yeah. I've heard from multiple people from going on auditions and speaking to people that are in that world, right? That Batch would go in not talking about I got this many followers on whatever. Yeah. He would just go in and audition and nail the audition. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He's a good actor.
He books a lot of shit.
Yeah. And a lot of it is, granted, some people might reach out to him because of his followers. Right. But even when it's that, watch the movie. Watch his role. Watch his character. It's not always the same character. you don't see fucking glimpses of Vine acting. Like, he's good at the shit. I don't know why people be.
And here's the thing too, a lot of people get hit up because of their following, but not everybody gets booked from those auditions, you know? You might get in the door because of the number of your followers, but you won't get the part because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, some people do, all right? But
in Tyler Perry movies.
but then that's all that happens. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's cool and all, Rick. Yeah, but here's the cold, hard truth, okay? Your skin has needs. And if you want it to look as good as possible, Lord knows I do, for as long as possible, then you need to address them now. We get it. You might not know where to start, but there's a company that's taken all the guesswork out of it for you. Lumen. Lumen is on a mission to help give men the amazing skin they deserve through high quality, expert created products delivered right to your door, son. Especially at a time like this, you ain't going nowhere. Might as well take some time to hide out a little bit, get your skin right, you know? All of their products are formulated specifically for men's skin and made to target skin issues with maximum efficiency using top-notch ingredients like charcoal, green tea extract, and vitamin C, okay? It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good. You need good skin health, especially as you get older, to prevent long-term damage, all right? Now check, as you can see, your boy's skin has been getting better. I've been taking care of myself. I've been taking care of my skin, and Lumen has been helping me out, all right? And you deserve to look and feel your best. Here's where you start. Go to lumenskin.com/nochaser to get a 1-month free trial of everything you need to start your skincare journey at home. That's lumenskin.com/nochaser to get your first month free. lumenskin.com/nochaser. Check it out. We're all gonna be cooped up in the house for a couple more months. Why not take this time to get your body right so we can exit out of our homes in a couple months like sexy butterflies, all right? That's why y'all need to use Beachbody On Demand. It's the easy-to-use streaming service that gives you instant access to over 1,300 super effective workouts suited for anybody at any time, son. The secret to getting results is getting started. That's all you gotta do is get started, okay? Look, your boy used Beachbody. I used the 21-day fix. And I lost like 20 pounds. Your boy was looking crisp and cut. My skin was looking nice. My wife was really attracted to me. She posted a topless picture of me on Instagram. She hasn't done that ever, all right? But when I was looking fit, she was feeling it, okay? So that's why you need to check it out, because this is the company behind P90X, Insanity, 21-Day Fix, which is what I use. And you can use some of their newest programs like Morning Meltdown 100 and 80-Day Obsession. They got some of the best trainers like Tony Horton, Joel Freeman, and Autumn Calabrese, okay? And also, you can work out on your schedule, okay? Workouts as short as 10 minutes that don't require extra equipment. Access it anywhere, anytime, on your computer, on your tablet, on your smartphone, whatever. It's the best deal in fitness, and listeners of No Chaser can try it for absolutely free. And you can get a special free trial membership when you text No Chaser to 303030, okay? You will get full access to this entire platform for free. All the workouts, the nutrition information, and support totally free. Just text No Chaser to 303030, all right? Just like the Dirty 30 workout, which was my favorite one. Got me feeling sexy, brother.
Batch has remained consistent. Like I low-key get angry when I see him in Netflix shits now. I'm like, come on, another one. Come on.
What are you, fucking Netflix? Are you fucking Netflix? He got a lot of fucking Netflix movies.
He has so much, he's on season so much shit.
That's tight.
God.
Then people just be mad. I mean, I guess I can get it because I remember being really mad at Soulja Boy. Like, I just didn't like his shit, and I didn't understand how other people could. But at some point, I had to understand other people do, clearly. Yeah. Like, they do.
I think that's something we all had to realize.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in a certain field and you get frustrated at other people's success, but then, like, you can't get mad at that person when other people are liking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we all wanted to pop off, like we could pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not about us wanting to pop off. It's about if people fuck with it or not. Like you can't be mad at somebody for finding something that garners them an audience.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. And on the flip side, I think I'm hilarious.
I agree.
There's a lot of people who do not agree. You know what I'm saying? So who would I even be to talk shit about this motherfucker ain't even this when there's somebody who's saying the same goddamn thing about me? It's all preference. And thank you.
You know what was the hardest thing about you and me's content? Oh, first of all, let me say this is fake fur, by the way.
These ain't.
These are my gerbil pillows. Don't pay attention to those. One thing about me and Rick's content, and because we have basically the same sense of humor.
Yeah, pretty much.
We find the same shit funny, and a lot of the shit we find funny is shit that isn't necessarily supposed to be funny, right? It's shit that's like awkward things, or we laugh at somebody who's trying to be funny and fails, shit like that, okay? So a lot of times when we write our sketches, like another thing we love is corny on purpose.
Corny on purpose is my shit.
I love it, right?
But it goes over their
It goes over people's heads, especially young people.
Yeah, they think you're just corny.
Yeah, they think like, this acting is no good. You guys are doing too much. It's like, that's the point.
Yeah. You're supposed to laugh at me, but with me because I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah, you're supposed to laugh at how over the top this statement is, or like how the delivery is of this shit, or like, yes, it's corny on purpose, stupid.
I hate people who don't get corny on purpose.
It's frustrating. You want to get in the comments, reply to everybody like, no, idiot, it's corny on purpose. It's corny on purpose.
Stupid idiots.
Ugh.
That's why I just stopped.
Yeah. But hey, you on the podcast?
Yeah. I'm coming back to YouTube.
Are you?
Probably. I wrote out my entire story about why I fell off of YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Like the beginning to the end. And I've been trying to film it while we still locked down so people will actually watch the shit because it's going to be like 15, 20 minutes. But then I just don't.
Man.
So we'll see.
It's hard to be motivated during the lockdown, to be honest. Like, I should be taking this time to really do all the shit I've been talking about I've been trying to do.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm in any type of like emotional funk. I'm great mentally.
Yeah.
Spiritually, like I feel good. Like I'm happy, but I just have no motivation to really turn the camera on.
Yeah. There's no urgency. It kind of feels like there's no point in a sense, but I too am not depressed or anything like that. I know that sounds like there's no point. I can do this. But yeah, I don't know. I think the whole not having anything to look forward to during the day just kind of, it's a ripple effect because I'm real about this quarantine shit. I don't even fucking clean my beard up until I'm coming to do this shit. I don't go anywhere but here and the fucking grocery store when I run out of shit. I'm really trying to quarantine. So I don't see the necessity to do this shit. And then I think it's also because we don't have or didn't have regular jobs. Yeah. Like we're still making money at this point. So yeah, we just don't have the same urgency as other people. And I'm jealous of that. I want the urgency. I've been trying to work out. Nope.
No, I probably worked out 2 days out this whole quarantine.
Twice a week. Twice a week I can get myself like, all right, yeah, let's do this. And then the next day it's like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do this. And the next day it's like, I don't have to do this. And then I just
For real?
Yeah.
Because also you'd be sitting there like, everybody gonna be unhealthy after this shit. Ooh, what do I care?
It's like, oh, y'all coming to my side.
For real. And you know, and the thing about it is I know that if I was to get consistent with the content, I mean I would get way more money right now because everyone's just home, bored, right? And I don't know, man. I literally, aside from the podcast, the only thing I've uploaded to YouTube is me announcing my name change. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That was a whole month ago.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's hard to want to do this shit.
Well, and the vlogs. I love vlogging.
That's an easier thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I could ever come back to skits. I want to. I have ideas, but just that process. I'm like, I can just talk to the camera.
and I've been trying to get my thoughts down, because a lot of my fans and followers want me to address the Asian racism. Mm-hmm. And I've been trying to get my thoughts down in a way that I feel like is just what I really want to say. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel, you know, a lot of me feels like, what can I say that's going to be different than what everybody is saying?
Well, get your thoughts together now, because it's coming up later. Stay tuned.
I know this is the segue.
We going right now. Let's go.
Segue. You know, and I am working on a video about that, because here's the thing, guys. For me partially, and I will address this in the video. But one reason why I never have made like an official like statement about, like, I've said a couple things here and there, and we touched on certain topics on a couple podcasts ago. Yeah. But you know, one reason I haven't directly addressed it, because I feel like, you know, there's only, you know, everybody that follows me, I feel, either supports me as an Asian person, is Asian, or fucks with Asian people, right? Yeah. So I feel like me telling them, hey guys, this is fucked up, it's like, it's obvious. Yeah, this is like none of my followers that I say, hey guys, stop bullying Asian people, is gonna be like, oh my God, you're right, I never thought of this before. Yeah. And then as a result of that, for me, maybe I'm thinking too much about this. For me, I feel like, for me to make a statement feels like I'm only saying it to get comments from people and be like, oh my God, Tim, thank you for saying this. Oh my God, you're so right. And I feel like it doesn't make any difference, right? And I don't like to make a statement on serious shit unless I'm adding to the conversation. Yeah. When I'm just reiterating, like, hey guys, this is bad, I feel like it's not serving any purpose, right? Yeah. But I was talking to Chia about it, and she was like, well, you know how, she's like, maybe it's kind of like how, you know, your parents tell you to eat vegetables, and you're like, yeah. And then you hear Dr. Oz tell you to eat vegetables, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah. Wow. You know? And you know, I realized, like, my Asian people do kind of look to me as somebody, as a representation of our peoples. And, you know, I'm one of like really few voices out here. So I'm working on something where I feel like I'm bringing a different perspective. I'm adding to the conversation. I just don't want to just be like, hey guys, this is bad, because I feel like it's almost self-serving to my own ego. Yeah. You feel me?
There's been things recently happening that have been pissing me off. Mm-hmm. But still, what I would say on the subject is what's being said. So even though I'm fucking pissed, I stop myself from doing it, because it's like, this is going to get me engagement, but that's not what I want to do that shit for. You know what I'm saying? And I like Chia's analogy. It is like that. I do get it. Sometimes you just need to hear it from a different source. Mm. But what bugs me is nobody's saying, Dr. Oz, tell me I need to eat vegetables. Them coming at you like, why aren't you talking about this, tells me they already know about it. Mm. It's like, what are you asking me for? You asking me to validate
with you?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? It's not like you just hearing my perspective and saying, oh shit, I didn't think of it that way.
You know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, you want me to say what you already heard. That's weird.
And that's what I struggle with.
Yeah, and don't try to make me feel bad for not saying what's already been said.
Right.
Like, that's weird too. But there's some shit that hasn't been said that I want to talk to. Mostly white people. Mm. Hopefully you guys watch. And
I have white fans. Shout out to my white fans.
Yeah, I'm not going to be negative to you. But Asian people too. I want you to hear this. White privilege. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, white people, think white privilege doesn't exist. Mm. When they hear white privilege, they think we're saying you get things handed to you, you're privileged in that way. No. White privilege, at its core, is comfort. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't feel like privilege to you because it's normal. But for people like me, we don't have those comforts. That's why it's a privilege to you. We don't have the comfort of doing most things that normal people do in public just because of how we look. We can't just be out there. Now you see you can't even jog. You get what I'm saying? I see this guy, he keeps jogging it's a white dude, he keeps jogging on TikTok in response to this shit. And he's like carrying a TV and he's like, take my shirt off, I'm gonna put a hood on, something. I'm just trying to figure out why nobody's stopping me.
Okay.
And it's extreme, but I get what he's saying. He's a white dude, by the way. He's like, what is it about that man?
Oh, he's carrying a TV like he took something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm doing all this shit that should be suspicious,
right?
Yet nobody's saying anything to me. And I get it, it's just some outlandish shit. Most of the time ain't nobody gonna jump and say, where'd you get that TV from, sir? No matter who it is.
But he's making a point.
But he's making a point, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that a lot of white people or just non-black or brown people don't realize because it's not something that you have to deal with.
Right.
But white privilege is real. It is very real. That comfort that you experience that you don't even have to think about is a luxury to somebody like me.
I mean, white privilege is real, and Asian privilege is real too.
Yeah. And I bring up the Asians because now you guys are getting to see the difference. That comfort isn't there as much anymore. Now you can see people looking at you a certain kind of way because of how you look. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing absolutely nothing.
Right.
You see videos of Asian people being attacked or talked down to when they're doing absolutely nothing. That comfort is slowly leaving for those. And this is a prime example of what it is. What Asian people are dealing with right now is something we've been dealing with forever. You get what I'm saying? And it's just, for white people, they've never dealt with it. So it doesn't seem like a privilege, but that is your privilege. The comfort to just be you. Y'all feel comfortable yelling at the police, getting all up in their face and shit. Y'all feel comfortable walking around with your weapons when you want to protest. You got all this. I just saw a motherfucker with a bazooka inside a Subway. What kind of shit is that? That's white privilege. Does it give you a better life or $1 million? No. But that comfort goes a long way when you don't have it.
I remember a dude in my comments trying to tell me that white privilege isn't real. And I was like, bro, if you honestly feel like looking white or being white isn't more comfortable than like being black, then I don't know what else to say to you.
Yeah, it's like, how do you not get it, bro? There's, so like my Latino homies, if you see a bald Latino with tattoos, tank top, dicky shorts and high socks and shit, most people would think something negative.
Yeah.
Cholo, gang member, walk across the street, yada, yada, yada. You can see a white dude, the exact same, like, he must ride BMX. He must be coming from the X Games. It's shit like that. And I know, like, I'm making a joke, but that's real.
It is real.
Like, just what they are wearing and what they choose to do with their body art gets them put into a negative light, while these people over here don't get the same thing.
Yeah, I remember specifically one time you went to go apply for some job at some shit that was being built in Paramount, right? And you told me you were going to turn in your application, and this white lady there immediately was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And and that's the thing about it is like, this lady saw Rick and thought she was about to get robbed.
Yeah.
I've never dealt with that.
Yeah, exactly. I had an application in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm carrying a paper.
Yeah.
You think it's a gun behind the paper?
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing about my demeanor, my actions that said she should be afraid. I smiled at her. I wasn't walking towards her. I was walking into the building, but she got so fucking scared. And that shit just doesn't happen to most other people.
Yeah. And one thing I was gonna address too in my my video I'm working on or whatever, is that a lot of that shit, a lot of people lashing out in racist ways just comes from fear, right? Because people grow up because of like the way black people are portrayed or because of what they hear. They're immediately scared, right? Because, you know, they saw you are not a threatening looking black dude, right? But this lady saw you, she got scared, she's about to get robbed, she got scared of whatever. And I feel like one reason the Asian people are being targeted now in like attacks or whatever, because now for the first time people are scared of Asian people, right? Because of their ignorance. They're scared that they're gonna get sick. You know what I'm saying? They're scared that if this Asian dude gets close to me, he's gonna give me some fucking disease or whatever, you know? And that's why they fucking, in their ignorance, right, they lash out.
Yeah. Fear will do that shit. And it's showing a bunch of interesting shit, you know what I'm saying? Because like, we touched on this before. I don't know if we said this in the episode that we never put out or not. So I'm gonna say it again. It bothers me when I see black people now doing to Asian people what's been done to us, because we know how the shit feels. But it teaches you something. It teaches you what you're saying about that fear. Somebody who has lived through this is now willing to dish it out of fear. And then you got other people who are just like, ooh, finally it gets to be somebody else.
Right.
And it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on, right? I seen a video, these two black teenager dudes fucking with this tiny old Asian lady. And then one of them kicks her in the face.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know if it was about coronavirus or just we want to do some dumb shit. And I'm just like, yo, like, that shit's sickening. Yeah. Why would you do that to any lady, any old lady, anybody? Why are you just kicking people in the face? It's fucking weird, right? But when some shit like that happens, then of course Asian people see it and they get pissed off. And instead of just being pissed off, it becomes a we don't like black people thing. Nobody knows how to just put shit where it needs to be put. Oh, a coronavirus came from China. We hate Asians. A black person did this. We hate black people. This white person said, we hate white people. And it's like, fuck, none of these groups did anything as a whole.
Right.
But we just so quick to fucking hate everybody for the actions of few.
That's what's tricky about even like posting on social media, right? Because it's like, for me, somebody who is like, you know, very in like the hip hop world, right? And you know, I was on like Wild 'N Out. It's a mostly black show. I remember if I said anything about Asian shit, it was like, how come you never said nothing about black people shit, right? Yeah. And it's like, I mean, first of all, I don't even really, I don't speak on these things normally. Like I said, unless I feel like I'm saying something different, right? But it's tricky, you know what I'm saying? Because like, of course, like, all this shit is fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. It's all fucked up, but we want to do all this separate shit and only get mad at this because it affects people that look like me. But when you have people outside of the race who come and speak on certain issues in other people's world, you get the comments of, this isn't your place. Even if they're saying something positive. So it's like, what the fuck can we do? What can we do here?
And I remember, you know, Justin Timberlake, somebody got mad at Justin Timberlake because he posted a picture in support of Ahmaud
Arbery, I think.
Yeah. And then but that comedian Seals,
Amanda
Seals, she was like, she did a thing.
Oh yeah, she made a song because he
disabled his comments.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, see, her specifically, she rubs me the wrong way a lot. Like, she's done a bunch of shit that I appreciate, and then she's done a bunch of shit where I'm like, yo, what? Fucking relax. That was a relax
moment
for me. Like, he disabled the comments because he didn't want to see anything against what he was saying.
You don't want to deal with that shit.
It wasn't him trying to turn a blind eye to the people who follow him.
To the people that might follow him and disagree. It's like, dude, sometimes you just don't want to read the bullshit in the comments.
You don't want to have that negativity going. I mean, like, I tried to get what she was doing, and I get it to an extent. Like, people should know what goes on and how these people are thinking, but it's like, if you're making this post, you're aware. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that was a little pointless to me.
I think also he was just scared about people being like, oh, but you could pull Janet's titty out.
Yeah, and they would have done that shit too. Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. Some things, it be the same people that scream for allies who alienate people trying to be allies. It's like, yo, that it doesn't work. You can't just yell the whole time and fucking bash somebody for not doing something while they're trying to do it. Mm-hmm. You can yell and bash, and then if they say, you're right, I'm sorry, let me try, that should be the end of it. But there's some people who want to keep continuously going at, and that's how you lose an ally.
They trying to be King Bash.
Stupid.
You got everything off your chest?
Fuck white. No, I think so. Comfort's not the end of white privilege. Because we know it goes deep into that. You know, they be getting off for murders and shit like that. That's pretty fucking privileged. But that's where it starts. For all of you who are confused as to what white privilege is and you think it doesn't exist. And privilege for anybody, your comfort that we don't have.
I remember we had comedian Gabers on when we were doing...
Going Raw.
And he said something. He's like, you know, I have yet to see this, to experience this white privilege everyone's talking about. I was like, I don't think that's true, my dude. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was being just sarcastic? Trying to make a racy joke, or if he really feels like, what is this white privilege? I
think he was serious, because after I said that, he was like, oh, well, I guess I probably wouldn't notice it if I was living it. Right? I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, and it's like, of course, here's the thing about it too. It's like, you know, we would joke around and shit when we were like, when I was in the car with like, when it was like me, you, Kev, and Julie, and these are my, like all the black homies in high school, right? We would make a joke like, oh yeah, you know, if we get pulled over, just like, you know, just have Tim drive or something like that, you know? And like, and yeah, that's a joke, but it's real. Like, when I'm driving around, I'm never like, if I get pulled over, I'm not fucking scared for my life, right? Yeah. And I know that like, I have friends who, if they did get pulled over, it's like, that is a real concern of yours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you just, perfect privilege story. So one time we're leaving a party. Tim's driving. He drank a little bit, but he's not drunk. But he's in a silly mood for some reason.
I don't drink and drive anymore.
No, like he wasn't drunk. Like you were not drunk. Yeah. You had a drink or whatever, right? Or two. I don't know. But he wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
So it's late as fuck, and he decides it's gonna be funny to roll through red lights.
Go ahead.
And I'm like, yo, stop. Now, granted, nobody's on the street, right? And we can see if anybody's coming in the opposite way. It wasn't unsafe, but it was very stupid. So I'm telling this, I'm like, yo, stop doing that. He's cracking the fuck up. He thinks it's so funny, right? Apparently, there was a cop somewhere in the area watching this.
Really?
Yes. So.
Maybe I was drunk.
So we turn on Alondra. Cop lights us up. I'm like, ah, shit, right? So he has the light shining into the car. This motherfucker decides he wants to vlog the situation. reaches in the center console to pull out his black vlog camera. And I got my hands on the dash. We'll talk about that later. I'm like, no, don't do that. What are you doing? You're like, what? I'm like, don't reach for things. And that didn't cross his mind at all.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what the fuck? You trying to get this whole shit shot up. But nothing happened to him. Like nothing at all. Got a warning and stop doing that. It's not funny. Yada, yada, yada. No ticket, no nothing. Meanwhile, I'm just there with my fucking hands on the dash. Now let's talk about that. How many non-black people get pulled over as the passenger and A, have to produce your identification, and B, are told to put your hands on the dash the whole time? Because the first time I told non-black people about that, they were like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. You were the passenger? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, that's what they do. No, they don't. I'm like, they don't. For as long as I've known, being a passenger getting pulled over, I've been told to put my hands on the dash and keep them there the whole time while they're running the fucking license shit and all of that. Then they come back and check my shit. And I'm like, I'm not the one driving. Why are you checking my shit? That's something apparently a bunch of people don't know about. Mm-hmm. That's crazy to me. All black people I know about that.
I don't remember getting pulled over that night.
Then were you drunk?
Nah. Well, maybe because I was cracking up.
Right in front of McDonald's, dog.
The McDonald's by your house?
Yeah.
Maybe because I remember rolling through that intersection, because the intersection was in Cerritos, right?
No.
Okay, so I must be thinking about something else.
You've done this in fucking, what's that? Not Little India. On Artesia.
On Artesia?
Yeah. No, this was...
Oh, so this wasn't Artesia night?
No, this was coming back from like Peter's house, a party at Peter's house or some shit.
I don't
like
remember
that.
this at all.
Yeah, right there on fucking... I'm telling on my street. Garfield and
Alondra. Okay.
Yeah, so going down there past that fucking gas station. Shit.
Okay.
What the fuck? You really fucking... The light is shining. He can see everything. This nigga lifts up the center console, pulls out the fucking vlog camera. I'm like, yo, you try to get everybody shot.
I don't remember that.
See, he don't even remember that shit. That shit was terrifying for me. Mm-hmm. And he just forgot it.
But let me tell you, when I did it in Cerritos, that shit was funny. Boy.
So stupid.
Oh, man. But it's facts. It's facts. It is a real thing. You know, it's like, I definitely, you know, I mean, and look, and of course, you know, I felt like in the big closed days, I feel like I got looked at a little funnier by older people. But like never to the point where I feel like no one's ever looked at me and had to clutch their purse.
Yeah.
And that's aside from me being little, you feel me? Because like I said, you're not a threatening looking dude at all.
Bruh, people cross the street, like they're walking with their head down, they look up, see me coming across the street, had the purse clenched, I've had to move the purse to the opposite side. Mm-hmm. Crossing the street at a fucking crosswalk, I've heard doors locked. And I'm like, you didn't lock your door before? It took seeing me to lock your fucking door.
Remember at the restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
So one time, guys, I was helping close up my family's Thai food restaurant. We had hired a new waitress, Thai girl, straight from Thailand. Hadn't been in America too long. And Rick was coming through with my boy Chris as well.
Kevin.
Oh, it was Kevin.
Yeah.
Rick and Kevin, two black gentlemen, were approaching the door. This is around 9. The restaurant doesn't close till like 9:30, 10-ish, all right? It's around 9. They're walking up. She immediately locks the door.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Well, we weren't walking up. So in her slight defense, we were kind of loitering.
Okay.
We were waiting for you to finish.
Okay.
And we didn't want to walk in and scare anybody. So we were just waiting in front of Kevin's car.
Right.
And then I think I was like facing Kevin and the restaurant was here and I see her like creeping up. And when I look over, she was like tiptoeing to lock the door and then ran back. And I was like, Wow.
I remember as soon as she locked the door, I walked up and I was like, what are you doing? Unlock the door. And my dad had to like scold her that.
Yeah.
I think she learned a little lesson.
But it's crazy just what people are taught.
Yeah.
Like, they're taught, oh, these are the bad people. It's
know?
like, oh shit, that's fucking wild.
That's the thing. It's like, Thailand is a happy, nice country. For the most part, it's like everybody is very welcoming and nice. But I think her, and I mean, where it's her coming from somewhere where you've only seen black people in movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, and the media is a lot to blame too. It's like black people are portrayed, black men especially, right, portrayed in a certain way in the media. It's just like, complete opposite of how Asian dudes are portrayed in the media, right? Asian dudes are portrayed very like fucking awkward, nerdy, whatever. And then black dudes are portrayed in like, gangsters or aggressive or whatever. And then you don't really notice how it may affect people until like a situation like that.
Yeah.
She's never seen black dudes until that night.
Yeah. Just being in a different environment, people get weird, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what else happened this week?
Tekashi69 got out of jail.
Oh,
Speaking of
God.
people being in a different environment.
Bruh.
Tekashi69 got out of jail, and look, I knew that his return would be I knew people would welcome him back. I didn't know it was gonna be like that.
Yeah. To be clear, he was already out of jail. He'd been out of jail for a little while.
Yeah.
He just hadn't done anything.
Yeah, his return to social media.
Yeah.
And I didn't know people would just be so hyped.
It's very interesting. It is these kids are fucking interesting.
And look, to be fair, when we were younger, I feel like even and kids today too, there's the whole like snitching is bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that some people even misunderstand what snitching is.
Mm-hmm.
They will take some people will be like, oh, you called the police on someone breaking in your car, you a snitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's not how this works.
that's silly. But to all definitions of that shit, he snitched. He snitched on his crew, right?
Yeah.
But the points he was making in his live were some valid points.
No, definitely valid points. But
Yeah, wait, before you say that.
Okay.
But and if you guys didn't watch his IG live, he was saying, why would I remain loyal to people who stole money from me, who tried to kidnap me, who smashed my baby mama, basically did him dirty. He's like, why would I remain loyal to these people? All right, continue.
it's not about remaining loyal to them. It's about following the code that you signed up for. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't agree with this code. I think street shit is dumb. Mm-hmm. But the reason street people are mad is because we got an agreement. Mm-hmm. If you want to be in this life,
then you abide
that's
by
not
the
how
code.
we handle things. Yeah, you got to deal with those dudes, but you got to deal with them in a different way. We don't deal with shit that way.
Right.
Again, I don't agree with that shit. I think it's stupid. I think anybody in his situation would have done what he done, unless they're just a fucking idiot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even if the people didn't do him wrong, who gonna sit down for 40-something years when you got a chance to go? Mm-hmm. Most of these tough niggas, when they get the chance to snitch, they snitch, unless it's like some small time.
Right.
Anything under 10 years, a real one might do. Mm-hmm. But if you got a chance to go home over that, a lot of these dudes snitching. I don't care what they say. They'll be mad at me in the comments. I don't care. You know you niggas is snitching. I done seen it.
I watched First 48.
I seen exactly. And I seen a lot of dudes come home way before they were supposed to come home. Right. And we don't know how. You know what I'm saying?
I watch Power, and I've seen it with my own eyes as well.
Yeah. And look, it ain't uncommon. My issue with the whole thing is, why do people like this negative ass dude so much?
They love him.
It's like, you can say, yeah, why would he be loyal to these dudes who did this, this, and that, this, and that? Do we forget what he did? Do we forget that he
called a hit on somebody?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He paid to get that shit. That he was taking part in a bunch of the other acts that they were doing.
Yeah.
And now we're championing this guy. We're fucking making him money. Like, he's not a upstanding citizen.
Right.
Citizen. What's that?
You know what?
Like, why do you guys love this?
Well, you know what? Social media has made it so that, and not only social media, just the internet in general, right? Has made it so that it's really easy to get mad for a week and then forget about it, right? Especially when somebody is entertaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to the same point where Joe Exotic is a horrible person.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna bring that up.
But
y'all was all Team Joe.
No, I'm still,
Free Joe. What the fuck?
I still, you know, look, if Joe got out of jail, I'd be like, cool, what's he about to get into next?
And something's wrong with that. And I need you all to see, like, it's not, like, it's funny because it doesn't affect us. You know what I'm saying? But there's something wrong with that. All these suburban kids who in the comments talking shit like they tough, we don't give a fuck, y'all mad, blah, blah,
That's
blah.
His whole fan base.
Yeah, and it's like, they not gonna save you if some shit really go down.
Right.
If somebody decides you gotta be dealt with for what you did or some shit like that. And I know the cops is gonna save you, but look, the fucking little white girl ratted him out. Gave up his location right away.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 6ix9ine.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't understand what was really going on with him. They took the side of, oh yeah, they did him wrong, but didn't listen to the shit that he did.
And you know, the thing about it is, you know, meme culture has made it so that everything is a joke.
Everything's a joke. You're desensitized to everything.
Yeah, like literally everything is a joke. And people might hit it with the, that's too soon, maybe like for a day at most. You know what I'm saying? But after that, it's the memes are already in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like for this new generation, they don't know how to take shit seriously. No. You know, they don't get it. It's like if it's not directly affecting your life, then it's all funny.
Yeah. And it's like, I like the new generation because they are kind of easily brainwashed, but in the same right, they aren't. They're gonna like what they like.
Right.
They're gonna do what they want to do, say what they want to say, all of that shit. I like that. I kind of like that his situation is shining lights on things if people are really paying attention. Tekashi69, what he is the reason we have Donald Trump as a president. People will only shame you if you show you can be shamed. Those two motherfuckers are unapologetically assholes.
They don't give a fuck.
And since they don't give a fuck, other people don't give a fuck. Tekashi does everything that would get somebody else canceled if they went back into their tweets and found them saying the type of shit that he said. He says nigga with no regard. He's not even half black. He is a Mexican kid. That's it. He does not care. And everybody accepted it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one black person who speaks out against Tekashi ever bring up his usage of the N-word.
That's true.
Maybe I think Charlemagne said it one time. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But he's shining a light on so much shit.
Charlemagne was getting canceled a couple days ago too.
He's always getting canceled. He don't care. Shit, it's the same reason 50 Cent never get canceled.
Right.
He does some terrible shit. Yeah. He don't give a fuck.
They troll on purpose, and people love him for it.
And people love him for just being in. But the minute you show that you can be shamed into apologizing for some shit, they're gonna attack you and go at you all the time.
True.
So that's a light he shine. He's also shining a light on how stupid gang shit is. It's a lot of Tekashis out there. Like I said, all of these tough niggas will snitch on you. The streets ain't real. The street code is not real, bro. There's very few Bobby Shmurdas out there. Very few. He's a real one. You know what I'm saying? He took more time so his man can get less time. How many times have you heard of that? You don't. You don't hear it because it ain't fucking real. And I think Tekashi is shining the light on that. So he may be instrumental in deading street culture. Which I can't
So you
get mad
love
at
him for it, yeah. Speaking of Charlamagne the God, make sure you watch the new episode of Acquired Taste on youtube.com/Thrillist, where I make Charlamagne the God try a balut.
That's a duck embryo.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the No Chaser podcast.
I did.
Yeah.
I might even watch it back.
Damn, for real? Okay. Nikki might even, no, she's not gonna watch this.
Nigga ain't gonna watch that.
All right, y'all. Well, I hope you guys are staying safe out there, staying sanitized. Thank you for watching as always. And I'm Timothy De La Ghetto. Oh shit, I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shots.
And I'm Nikki Blades. Bye.